Nadszedł czas zmiany, przejścia do prawdziwego działania wszechświata. I nadszedł czas, aby zrozumieć, że używamy stanu materii, by osiągnąć poziom zrozumienia duszy człowieka. Teraz rozumiesz, być może, dlaczego Kreator wysłał swoich posłańców w imię tego, co miałeś. To oni przynoszą uszy, aby można było ich użyć, gdy nadejdzie czas Mesjasza. Mogę nauczyć duszę i przesłanie, nie by się przeciwstawiać, ale poprzez ich zrozumienie, przez tych, którzy stali się Mesjaszami, aby dawać ze swoich dusz, aby ich elewować. Zadanie stało się łatwe. Szkoła jest tutaj i uczniowie są tutaj w oddaniu. Wtedy nie będzie żadnej walki między tym, co nazywają muzułmanami, a chrześcijanami. Baranek i lew będą jeść i spać w tym samym gnieździe. Chrześcijanie i muzułmanie będą spać i modlić się w meczecie, w tym samym kościele, w imię ich dusz, nie w imię religii, które są używane do tworzenia tak wielu konfliktów, dla korzyści tych, którzy byli hiperaktywnymi dziećmi. Nadszedł czas, czas zmian jest tutaj. I jak powiedziałem, moje życzenie jest moim rozkazem. Jeśli pragniesz ujrzeć pokój, droga pokoju jest wyłożona bardzo wyraźnie. To dusza świadomości zbiorowej. Poprzez dawanie stworzy tą pozycję zmiany. Nic innego. W duszy człowieka nie ma długopisu. Jestem pewien, że po wejściu do społeczności uniwersalnej nigdy nie zobaczysz niczego zapisanego, ale równowagę pól duszy egzystencji. Staraj się być na tyle pokornym, aby nie stać się aroganckim w mocy, którą zrozumiałeś i posiadłeś. Inaczej wpadniesz w tą samą ścieżkę kościoła i meczetu. To jest to, co obiecaliśmy i to właśnie dostarczyliśmy. Musimy zrozumieć działanie duszy. I musimy zrozumieć, że dusza człowieka jest gwiazdą w kosmosie wszechświata. Jeśli porównamy duszę człowieka i tak wielu nas, 7 miliardów w jednym zbiorze, Ziemia jest jak galaktyka z tak wieloma gwiazdami. Kiedy patrzymy w głąb wszechświata, widzimy galaktyki z setkami milionów gwiazd. Podobnie jest z planetą Ziemią. Niesie 7 miliardów pięknych gwiazd, które są duszą człowieka. Niesie z sobą duszę tak wielu trylionów zwierząt, roślin i wszystkiego innego. Jeśli więc patrzą ci, którzy nie widzą fizyczności Ziemi i jej zawartości, co widzą? Widzą galaktykę z wielką ilością pięknych, świecących świateł. Każda według swojej siły. Każda zgodnie ze swoją pozycją. Niemowlę ma piękną duszę, podobnie jak staruszek. Dla tych niefizycznych, którzy nie widzą fizycznego wymiaru tej planety, ale widzą siłę pola, jesteśmy gromadami gwiazd. Ludzka rasa, każda pojedyncza dusza, nikt z daleka nie widzi. To jest dusza rybaka, to jest dusza kosmologa, to jest dusza prezydenta. Wszystkie świecą bez względu na fizyczność. To jest magia. Oto, co nowa nauka musi przynieść człowiekowi. Kiedy patrzymy przez naszą duszę, widzimy tylko gwiazdy w innych duszach. I to jest przełom. To jest zrozumienie. Na tym właśnie polegają te wszystkie nauki. Dojście do dojrzałości następnego poziomu, aby zrozumieć daleki kosmos. Wszechświat jest ostrygą dla tych dusz, które służą. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy do wejścia w kosmos. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy, aby stać się częścią uniwersalnej społeczności, która została obiecana. Nigdy nie obiecywałem wam nieba. Zawsze obiecywałem wam elewację człowieka, aby przyłączył się do rodziny. A teraz macie klucz. To wy musicie otworzyć drzwi, aby zrozumieć, że mogę elewować duszę tych ludzi lub milionów innych dusz, że fizyczne życie na tej planecie zmieni się. Wtedy jestem godny bycia częścią społeczności uniwersalnej, by być, aby służyć, aby się rozwijać, by być tam, aby być częścią, że w cyklu życia wszechświata staje się w byciu częścią, staje się częścią totalności. Kiedy człowiek osiągnie ten punkt, pojawi się nowy wymiar w sile duszy człowieka, który jest poza wyobrażeniem zrozumienia życia fizycznego. To jest brama do otwarcia nowego życia w nowym wymiarze, co jest poza wyobrażeniem tego, co mogliście nazwać nowym początkiem, nowym cyklem, gdzie ten cykl niesie ze sobą źródło stworzenia życia we wszechświecie i unikosie. To jest elewacja duszy, aby służyć. Stała się kluczem. Nie tron życia fizycznego. Czas jest odpowiedni. Nadszedł czas, aby człowiek przeszedł przez ten proces.
Good morning, good day to you, as usual, whenever you listen to this series of Knowledge Seekers workshop across this planet, and hopefully very soon across the solar system and in the universe. We welcome you back to our teachings in sharing knowledge, in learning more, and at the same time being able to understand more about the structure of the life, the way it sits and the way it has sat with us as human beings and the rest of the universe for billions of years. We are just start learning gradually what has been the knowledge of the creation for many, many millions of years according to time and span time of the mankind. The time does not go by the mankind's time, as our time is literally insignificant in the whole of the structure of the creation of the universe because it's so minute. We have based our time on the rotation of our planet around the sun at a very slower speed, and then we think the whole of the universe goes accordingly to our time. Time does not exist in the universe unless we decide a beginning and end to it in that grasp. What has been done? What's been transmutation and transportation of energy? And what it means for us to create that time. In a coming time, we will teach you more how you measure time and the space in the universe. What this means is that the humanity will learn a new clock time, a new way to measure, where our years and centuries become seconds and milliseconds in the structure of the work of the universe, if we base our time according to rotational. We measure our rotation around the sun. We then measure the rotation of our solar system within the structure of its galaxy when it comes to. And when it reaches back to the same point, millions of years it'll take. In the larger scale, our what we call galaxy is not standstill. Itself has a rotational direction around its center point, be it another larger galaxy or be it the universe itself, the center of our structure. We find out that mankind, as it becomes a passenger of the universe, will start placing different time structures according to what it needs, because according to those time structures, we'll decide at what the strength will travel the span of the universe. Today, we say it takes 1 hour to do a process, or it takes so many minutes to carry out conversion of energy from one state to another. In a coming time, we'll measure in totally different way as we start learning about the universal time, what we call universal space and gap, what comes to what position. Because the universal, what we call galaxial time for our solar system across the solar system of the whole other bunch of them and the universe and the galaxies is totally different. The way we see Jupiter or Mars have different annual time, it takes so many years for them to do one cycle, is the same with our solar system in the galaxy and the galaxy in the universe. We will tune our time because the energy levels in our solar system is consumed and produced in a slightly different way than the energies in the universe, in the galaxy, in what we call in the solar system of the universal condition. What does this mean? Is that we calculate we need so much energy according to the materials which we have in our possession at this moment of time. As we know, as we have moved into a new dimension in a space travel, and we work with a magnetic field strength, then the time does not go by how much fuel you carry. The time goes by what strength of gravitational magnetic field you operate, under which scale, because the gravitational magnetic field on Earth is totally different than the gravitational magnetic field in our solar system, and the same in our galaxy, and the same in our universe. So mankind gets introduced to a totally new concept of calculation, measurement, understanding. But there is one beautiful point about all this, is that our inner being, our what we call a structure of our physical body, the structure of our physical soul, the structure of our ganses inside our body and our soul, all are based on the what we call interaction of gravitational magnetic field. They don't depend on how many gallons of diesel fuel or how many tons of coal or how much wood we burn. Then we understand mankind has come to the point to understand that it has entered the universal community measurement, universal community understanding of time, universal the strength of the fields which dictates these conditions. Then we go back to what I call blackboard. We have to restart redesigning. We have to start understanding the operation of our own physical being. How does the gases of my liver in a time and the space of itself within the galaxy of my body works, what time it takes, how much it has to give and to take. We will learn that what, for example, we measure at 28 days for a cell of the skin of the man, or a cell of the blood of the man to change, does not have that meaning in gravitational magnetic field strength structure, which means we start understanding a new structure. We don't tank our cells of our kidney. We do not refuel with the solar system our cells of our heart. They work through the interaction of the fields, what they absorb from the environment and what they give to their environment, and what gives them sustenance to exist at the time when they are in that structure, in that position. Because once they move, they change in the structure of strength, they move to another position in the body, they move to another condition in the planet system and the rest of it. So in a way, if you look, even the water, even the stone, is in the state of the GANs of the magnetic field of the universe, is not in a matter state as we consider it. This opens our eyes to a totally new way, totally new structure, totally another meaning to structure, to understanding of the work of the magnetic fields. It has taken us years to create conditions of measurement, how many kilos, how many kilometers, how much energy to move so much mass to such a point from A to B. We have created Newton laws, we have created momentum and gravitational laws, but none of these exist in the universe. It has a different measurement, it has a different understanding. And the purpose of the teachings from now on is to bring mankind in the coming time into this understanding. What is the time where you are in the middle of another galaxy? You cannot measure it by Earth time. It says it took 2 days to do 1 meter because gravitational magnetic field forces of the environment is so intense that to overcome, to be able to reach it, it takes us out to build it. Let me understand, the whole structure of the existence has changed. We have been craving, we have been yearning to join the universe, to build crafts that take us across these vast spans of magnetic field motions in what we call our cosmos. Now we have to learn its method of work. We have to learn its way of operation. We have to learn how it has come to be. As I said, from the beginning of the first lectures, we don't see Earth to be tanked. There is no fuel tankers and aircraft carriers to come and tank it. Then we understand that we have to change the whole concept, the whole understanding of the knowledge of universe to the knowledge of our soul, to the knowledge which is embedded in the structure of our life, which has created us. Now we understand we will live 2 time zones. In very much, as I explained in one of my lectures some years ago, it's like we live in a city, a cosmopolitan. In public, we all speak English. When we go home, we speak Turkish, Chinese, Indonesian, Arabic, and the rest. In the environment of the home, we understand the language of the home. Our language of earth is burning, fueling, tanking, doing everything else. But when we go into what we call cosmopolitan of the universe, these things don't exist. Nobody tanks. It's no good speaking Turkish in the middle of the English community who understand and no clue. We have to learn the new language. We have to learn the new science. We have to learn the new rules. And this is one of the reasons mankind has been left out of the universal community, because mankind never made the effort, never strived to understand the work of the universe. And with these teachings, we are bringing the humanity to this level. We are bringing you to understand. You speak the language of earth on earth, fuel tankers, the cars, the pedal bark, and the donkey. In the universe, we speak about the strength of the fields. What fields? What the strength? Which galaxy? Which cosmos level? Which position in which part of the universe? This is what, in time and in the process of the understanding of the knowledge of the creation, we have to oblige. Otherwise, we still be the citizens of the village of earth that cannot go to the city and be able to communicate. This is part of the teachings, and this is a part of not creating new systems for you to be able to speak and measure the strength of the fields of the universe, but for you to understand the operation of the work of your soul, your physical soul, and through that, understand how the universe works. There are no universities, there are no colleges, there are no books, because in the world of the interaction of the fields, magnetic fields of the universe, the souls are already educated. They are fully educated. They understand the totality. They understand the beginning to the end of the work of the magnetic field. In a way, you can stay in the dimension of physicality and write about everything about magnetic fields, but you can go to your soul, and it's already PhD, postgraduate in every knowledge of the universe, motion, interaction, and life. In a way, we have to learn the language of the soul, the knowledge of the soul, the existence and its conversion, its operation and its totality. In so many ways, I cannot offer you another enhancement unit. I cannot offer you enhancement in the language section of the creation of the Creator. In a way, we all carry that knowledge within us. None of us has a PhD in anything, and none of us is illiterate. We are all educated, we all have, we all understand, and we all can communicate in the language of the universe. If you remember, years ago, I told you, when I take you to the universal community, you will be the same as the others. There will be no difference that you can be abused. If you choose the language of the man and the knowledge of the man to take you 7 months to go to planet Mars, yes, there are people who can abuse you in that 7 months across. The abuse of those energies that you don't understand. But if you understand the language of the universe, the time it takes you to look at the Mars, you have already arrived at Mars. If your wish is to be on it, is to wish to be on the one with the strength of the Mars. As it was said in the writing of the Union Press regarding the plasma technology, it says in the coming time, it'll take 1 minute for man with the plasma technology of the Keshe Foundation to go to moon. Now we understand the knowledge seekers of the Iranian scientists have understood the concept fully. Now it's for us to get to that point. It's for us to understand at home we speak the mother language. In the society, we speak the language of the society. On Earth, we would like to burn fuel and feed the cow and milk the cow. In the universe, we take the energies of the universe that we do not to eat the cow or feed the cow or whatever we done on Earth. This is the process of understanding. This is the process of when you interact with your soul, you understand the knowledge of your soul. Then there is one big point for all of you, and maybe for all those who understand this. Then would you, with the knowledge which you gain from your soul, become the prophet of your soul of physicality and your physical life? Then would you become a prophet to the others who have not managed to reach the understanding of the operation of the soul? This is part of the problem which, in the process of the teachings of in the coming months and years, we will bear and we will carry out to teach. As I said, upon my return, by the end of this month to Tehran, we start teaching the universal knowledge, the universal language, the universal way of transportation and transmutation. And we think that the humanity is ready to take this step. In so many ways, as I was looking at the venue and the places that Iranian Keshe Foundation, Iranian officials are setting up for the Keshe Foundation to be introduced to the world, is befitting a new knowledge. In a way, when we were looking at the videos today, I said, the Iranian nation, the Iranian leadership has understood the power of the new technology, and with it is prepared to share with the rest of the world. In so many ways, we are preparing you for the final meeting of you with your soul. For you in a physical dimension to understand the operation of your inner being, which is in touch with the totality of the creation and the creator. In so many ways, as I said, we have no measuring tools, because in the universe, you don't measure. If you come to measure, it means you still are entangled in the dimension of physicality of one way or another, one strength or the other. In a way, when we see, we understand, and we be able to replicate the work of the universe, it means we have started to understand the language of the universe. We have been outside the house. We have put a foot out. We heard the voices, and we try to understand. We try to grasp the idea of what it is. In so many ways, it's the language which we have to learn if we want to be the part of the society. If we want to be in it, for it, because of it, that we respect and we want and we desire to be in it. In so many ways, the change of time, the change of knowledge, the change in understanding the process of the creation for mankind has come to be the, what we'll call the threshold for us to decide. On earth, we choose the materialistic conditions of this planet. We travel the span of the universe to another planet, to another star, to another position, to another universe, and then we decide to accept the condition and operation of the physicality in that point. We can carry the memory of the physicality on earth, but most probably we will never be able to replicate it on that point and put its position. There'll be no cows to milk and no donkeys to take you from A to B. The education of the people of in that, or what I call the creation, on that point might be millions of years backwards compared to what you understand, or you will be millions of years behind from them. In so many ways, we have to learn to be that chameleon, and at the same time, through the structure of the soul of the man and created soul of the physicality of the man, in understanding the emotion between the two, be able to travel the span of the universe with one common language that everywhere we understand, unless we come back home to earth and we all speak the earth language, and that even at that, we have to speak the language of where we land. It's no use being Chinese and landing in the middle of New York and trying to speak to Chinese. Nobody will understand. In so many ways, mankind has reached a point to understand the language of the universe, to understand the process that the soul of the man, the totality of the soul of the man has been operating in the background in the universe, where the physicality of the man has trapped the soul of the man to be kept to earth. In a way, we are like a dog on the leash, but this dog can go as far as you let the leash go, and when you let the leash go, we have leashed our soul, and we have tied it in the hand of the physicality of the man. In so many ways, we have to realize two things: to understand the work of the universe, to understand the operation of the different strengths of the life in the universe, and in that process, to be able to comprehend it in the language of the brain of the man if we want to. But there is one point for many of you which come up in the future. Am I thinking in the earthly way? Is my emotion the earthly emotion? Or am I speaking and thinking in the dimension of the universal way? We'll come to that point. As I say, when you start dreaming and thinking and moving for a while in the strength of the universe, you will think, and you will live the life of a universal person. But till that time, you have to practice. Till that time, you need to learn the ropes. You need to learn the ways to understand and live in both dimensions and directions. A man at home, but a man of universe outside. As has been said many times, we have to accept the condition, as is us who wants to be part of that new condition. Is us who's pushing to understand the ultimate goal of the creation. Is us who has missed, who has kept unleashed the soul of man to be connected, and we have denied it for it to communicate with us, for it to be able to share with us what it sees outside. We close the door, we close the windows, we disconnected all the means of communication with our soul because the physicality was too good. We could feel it, we could see it, we could touch it, could smell it. Where and how does the universe smell? How does another planet smell? At the moment, we know a planet have a heartbeat, but what is the smell of planet? What is the smell of Earth? How do we know when we are in a position, another dimension, universe? We smell a magnetic field and say, this is the smell of Earth. I used to live there. I had a connection. In so many ways, we go through the whole new rigmarole of learning universal emotions, universal senses, universal understanding of totality of interaction. In a way, mankind has one big advantage. As his brain in a dimension of physicality has established a lot of miniature connections between all these conditions, between all these emotions, between all these senses, and he will add to it more. At the moment we feel the breeze, if we listen to our soul, we feel the strength of the fields, of the magnetic fields that we are in. It is not just being behind the window and feeling the warmth of the sun and then going outside and standing in the sun, because outside we feel the breeze of the wind. And at the same time, once we become wise to the strength of the emotion of the soul of the man, when we are outside and even maybe in the room, we feel the breeze of the fields which passes in the room or outside. We become aware of a third dimension, which we have ignored through our knowledge and our presence till now. In so many ways, we go outside and we say it's nice and warm and windy, but We go outside and we say, it's nice, it's warm, it's windy, and the field flow, the magnetic field of the universe or the planet are in such motion. We feel the real dimension of the interaction of the fields of our planet and our universe. That's only can be done when mankind uses the technology of the science of his own soul in the dimension of the field, the strength of the magnetic and gravitational fields. Then we understand, as we create different gears for different acceleration of our car, then we will understand how to create and bring different strengths of the fields of the universe to be able to travel faster or to enjoy the breeze of the time. As I said, unfortunately, there is no such a system in the universe that can measure these, because the gravitational magnetic fields created by the interaction of the fields of the universe, which in interaction and collection of it has for temporarily become your soul, is part of it. That's how it was created, out of the interaction and the balance and connection and emotion of the totality. In so many ways, once we let you loose, to be able to use what we call different types of enhancement units is for you to learn how to operate and how to run and how to feel your soul, how to understand the emotion of the soul, how to live within the structure of the emotion of the mankind, within the structure of the soul of the universe. In so many ways, now we understand why it has been said, I made man in the image of myself. As man will feel as I feel, mankind will understand as I understand. Mankind will be at the same time zone as I am and will travel with the knowledge and the energies that I travel. As I travel to be the mankind, as I travel to be the part of the essence of his creation, and within it, I operate as me, as the creator and the created at the same time. In so many ways, our soul is a reflection of the interaction of the fields of the creator and the higher order than our physical dimension and the strength. In so many ways, we can, if we endeavor to understand, in a coming time, to go to our dimension of our soul, to the dimension of strength of the work of the universe, to the understanding of the operation of the universal community with the knowledge of the man, but with the emotion of the creator. In so many ways, mankind needs now to understand the operation and the emotion of his soul, and understand that the same emotion plus more is within the soul, within the structure and operation of the soul of the man. In so many ways, we have brought the totality to be together. We have brought the understanding of the science and technology of the man to be the science and technology of the creation and the creator through the operation of his soul. In so many ways, how many of you will ever reach to the level of the understanding of the creation and the creator is in totality the understanding of the work of your own soul. When you understand the work and operation and the strength of the soul of the man, you have understood the operation and the strength of the soul of the creator. In a way, you have made a pathway. You have understood the operation of the universe. In a way, when we make you to understand the work of your soul, we have made you a man of the universe. You become part of the universal community. It will not be anymore waiting to see the alien or UFO. It's you understanding how you can travel this path of the universe and there are no UFOs, and there are no aliens, because we are all part of the same. We are all part of the same structure, the love of the Creator, which by His love, which is the giving, has become us. In so many ways, in what He gives and what He takes to consider and to create us, we are created to be Him, to understand the totality of creation of Him. In other words, when would mankind will become wise to understand that he is of a kind of the Creator. He is not only creator of his own children in the physical dimension, but in essence, in the world of the creation, he is the child of the Creator in the dimension of the soul. Then there shall be no profit, as we have the knowledge of totality from the Creator itself. How many of us in this cycle of existence on this planet at this time will become wise to final knowledge and ultimate understanding of the creation? All depends on our openness to understand the totality and work within the structure of its work. I made man in the image of myself. Think the same, do the same, and work the same. And in so many ways, mankind will come to understand the totality of everything that exists. In a coming time, and in a coming understanding of the work of the universe, understood by man, humanity will take a massive step. In a way, as I said in other teachings, that once one mankind, one of the mankind are enlightened, he can make the others to be enlightened at the same time to the totality of the knowledge to understand the work of their soul. There is a reason for this. And in many teachings, I have always said that in the statistics provided by United Nations of Mankind, just taken from 10,000 women, from 10,000 tribes on this planet, has indicated that all come from one common denominator, mother. And if mankind and the strength of the soul of the one who gets enlightened reaches the strength of the soul of that mother, that for the first time mankind's knowledge has confirmed the existence of common mother, the whole of the humanity will be enlightened in one instant. And that instant is when the true mother of the creation, Mitra, will manifest itself on this planet, which carried the soul, and every being on this planet will be enlightened. In a way, enlightened through the knowledge of the creation and the created. In a way, become enlightened to understand the totality, the beginning, to understand the connection between the physicality and the soul of the man. And through that process, deliver mankind from centuries and thousands of years of pain and suffering, where man shall not kill, where man will understand the work of the universe and deliver through the interaction of the fields of his soul to feed his physicality, where there shall be no killing, there shall be no war. And this promise will be carried out by us in Tehran. We'll bring an end to us by sharing the knowledge. We bring an end to hunger by sharing the energies of the Creator to the dimension of the mother creation. In so many ways, we give the knowledge to mankind. And it's the time for humanity to take that huge step, that huge leap to understand the essence, the true essence of the creation in the realm of the Creator. We salute you, Mitra, for your existence. In the way we bring mankind to the true mother of creation, not to this planet, but in essence, meter carries the knowledge of the soul of the man too, which the two shall come to be one, and mankind will be enlightened with the new knowledge to be able to understand and transmute between the two. Transmutation of the elements and transmutation of energies will become one, and in that process, mankind reaches the wisdom and the wisdom of the creation. In so many ways, in a coming time, by educating the elite scientists of the planet, we will enlighten to enlarge and teach the elite created and the creation of the creator. In a way, the totality of this creation will be enlightened as the love of the Father reigns equal upon all. In so many ways, the elevation of the soul of the man will come through understanding of the operation of it, of existence of it, of being there to be able to share, being there to understand the emotion of it, being there to understand the work of it in how to interact the dimension of the strength of the physical state of the field and the dimension and strength of the field of the matter state of the man in respect of the place and the position anywhere in the universe. In essence, we give life to our soul through the dimension of physicality of the earth. But once it's created, it becomes part of the universal community. We are just the nurseries of the creation of the seeds for the whole strength of the universe to interact, to communicate, and to become part of, and to join in totality as one. In a way, maybe for the first time, as I said before, mankind through this technology become wise to understand that the wisdom of existence is understanding the wisdom of the creation and the creator through the operation of his physicality in any dimension and dominion, and the strength of his existence through the soul of the man. We come to understand the elevation of the soul of the man comes only through understanding the work of the universe and being open to be able to work within it. In so many ways, mankind has moved into a new dimension. In so many ways, humanity has taken a huge step by understanding the concept and the work of the universe. We still will cultivate the land. We still will fly across this planet. We still go to colleges and universities to get useless degrees and PhDs and become more ignorant to the knowledge of the Creator, where the village man on the mountains of Himalaya will be more enlightened than the man with the degrees sitting in universities, because he has no prejudices and he sees the beauty of the creation when he stands on the mountains by looking at the created universe and universe through the stars and the skies. In so many ways, how far our knowledge and how far our soul will elevate itself is according to what and how much we take the shackles of physicality from his prison cell, which is within the brain of the man. The knowledge, the physical knowledge of the man in the past centuries has become another bigger noose around the neck of the man in understanding the process of the creation and the created. And the purpose of these teachings is exactly the same: to free the man from these shackles, to understand the process of the creation and be able to use it, to apply it and live within it, and at the same time create a condition for the others to be able to enjoy the beauty of it. A man who understands and keeps to himself is as good as a dead man. Better not exist, as he has not shared none, and he shall not be shared with any by himself. In so many ways, mankind will be elevated to the new soul of understanding. Mankind will be elevated to new levels of understanding of the totality. Mankind will come to be part of the universal community by understanding the work of his own soul. You were waiting for the UFOs, you were waiting for the most advanced technologies to take you to the universe to become part of the universal community. But in fact, you always have been part of universal community. By not understanding the work of your soul, you only looked at within yourself, within the brain and physicality of the man. By understanding to go further inside to look and free that soul within, you become, within an instant, a child of the universe. You become part of the universal community, and with it, and in it, you carry the totality of the knowledge, because that knowledge has been the cause of his creation. This is the reason that I said in the past few teachings that in the new way that the mankind will produce his offsprings will change. We will see that in the womb of the mother, we lead to the creation of the soul first, and then through structure, the physicality of the fields of the planet and the womb of the mother, the physical life will start. As today, you start the physical life with sexual interaction to create, to bring two pieces together, then create the soul. In a new way, you create the soul first, that with it carries the knowledge of the universe first, and then it decides in what shape or form in the womb of the mother it will take shape and manifest itself, understanding all the needs of the physical dimension at the point, the place, and the position. In so many ways, instead of starting back to front, from now on, we start from the front, we go to the back. We go to understand the totality of understanding. We go and pick up the field of the universe, and we interact those fields with the fields of the universe of our partner, what she sees. And the interaction of those fields will lead to the creation of the soul within the womb of the mother. And then the physicality will take shape. And then the child have the knowledge of the universe in totality. And then mankind shall not kill, as the soul will feed the man. Mankind will never destroy, as he knows is destroying part of itself. In a way, the process of change has to come from within the womb of the mother of the universe, the mother of the creation, and in so many ways, Mitra. In a way, we call it Mitra for a collective creating power, collective understanding the fields and emotions of the universe. And this is a gift that in our cycle we have given to man, to understand, to change, to understand the coming of the new time, that man shall not kill anymore. Man and the animals on this planet will not destroy another cycle. Each soul knows within that entity that is the beginning of another star. Earth is the nursery of the creation of the universe. When you become the travels of the universe through the dimension of the soul, you will know which star, which galaxy has the seed of the earth, has come from the motherland of the mother of the creation, Mitra. In so many ways, mankind will come to understand it's not privileged to be white or black. It's privilege to be the soul of the Creator. It's a privilege to be the beginning